The next speech of the friends of Iyov, Vaya'an Tzofar Hana'amati. So we have here the speech from friend number 3, Tzofar from Na'amat. And he says as follows, Lachein se'ipai yishivuni uvavor chushivi. In truth, my thoughts tell me to answer. I have these thoughts, I have these urges, I have these feelings that I need to give you an answer. Musar kalimati eshma v'ruach mibinati ya'anein. When I hear this musar, these rebukes that insult me, whether it insults his intelligence or insults his beliefs, insults his understanding of the world, of divinity, so I have this bina, I have this understanding, I have this thought process that I need to answer. Hazot yadata mine ad, mini sim adam ale aretz. So Iyov, you have said these things. The world is not run in a particularly natural fashion. It's not rewards for the good rewards for the righteous and suffering for the wicked. Did you know this from all time? Were you living forever that you know this is true? Because yes, there are times where you have rinana, where you have the wicked who are joyous, who are singing and happy and screaming out of joy. But that happiness, that simcha, is fleeting. It's something that is only momentary. It's not something that will remain. As he continues, verse 6, he continues, Im ya'aleh lashamayim si'o v'rosho la'av yagia. Though he grows as in high to the sky, his head reaching the clouds, right? You see that? You think of the Migdal Bavel, the people that are going high up to the heavens. They're so arrogant. They think that they can control. They have everything. They have all the power. Kigelelo lanetzach yoved ro'av yomru aye. Ayo. What's going to happen to him? He's Yoved. He will perish, just like dung, which is a rather cruel description, but perhaps a choice description of the wicked. And all the people are going to be looking around saying, where is he? Where did he disappear to? This great man, this great person, where did he go? Kachalom ya'uf velo yimsa'ehu v'yudar kechazyon laila, a phrase that we know from the liturgy of Yom HaKippurim, of the High Holidays, Chalom Yof. He's like a fleeting dream, right? It's something that was there and is completely forgotten, cannot possibly be found, is banished. He's sent away like a night vision, like something that was not fully understood, something that was there for a moment, something that might not have even been real. It was a dream. It wasn't a reality. Ayin shizaftu velo tosif velo od tishurenu mikomo. Eyes that glimpsed him, the ones that saw him, they don't see him. Yosef, they don't see him anymore. They don't see him in his place anymore. He is gone. The wicked, yes, was prospering, but that was momentary. That was for a fleeting second. Banav yartsu dalim viadav tashevna ono. His sons are now hanging out with the doll or hanging out with the poor. His own hands must give back his wealth. It was fraudulent. It was ill-gotten gains. Atzmotav mal'u alumav v'imo alafar tishkav. His bones, still full of vigor, lie down in the dust with him. So up to this point, we have a Sofar saying that you need to take a larger view. Yes, at times the wicked, things look good for the wicked, but then it all falls apart. It all comes crashing down. And Iyov, listening to this, can't not think that Sofar is referring to him, somebody who had great wealth and children, and somebody who now has given that all back and is now lying down sort of in the dust, worst in the dust, on the dung pile. Continuing verse Yudbet, Im tamtik bifiv ra'a yachidena tachat lishono. So even though we talk about the wicked person, evil is sweet to him. It's matok in his taste, in his mouth. And he conceals it, he hides it, tachat lishono, under his tongue. Yachmol aleha v'lo ya'azvena, v'yimna'ena b'toch chiko. right? He saves it. He keeps it with him. He doesn't let it go. He holds it inside his mouth, all of this evil. Lachmo b'me'av nepach mirarot pitanim bikirbo. His food and his bowels will turn into venom within him. And here, what we have is the idea, sort of somebody, I remember a long time somebody said to me about the Birkat Kohanim. If you look, it says, right, Yivarecha Hashem v'yishmerecha. So it's great, God blesses you, but the blessing is here today and it's gone tomorrow, so it's Yishmerecha. God should continue to uphold and protect that bracha. Yara Hashem panav elecha v'chuneka. Right, God turns his face to you, lights up, right? Lights up, he lights up your life. Well, you know what? Iyov might say, yeah, God is close to me. That doesn't sound so good. So there we have the end of that word is v'chuneka. And when God turns to you, right, and his face lit up, it will be with chen, it will be with grace. And Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. God again can turn his face to you. You can say, like Iyov, he turns his face to me, destroys me. No. But it will be for peace. And what we're going to see here, what Sofar is doing, this sort of the second half of this chapter, is he's saying that the first part, God blesses the evil person, but that blessing then turns into a curse. So he's got full, his belly is full because he's wealthy, he's got lots of food in his bowels, but what happens? It turns into venom within him. And continue, look at verse 15, Pasuk Tedvav, Chayil Bala Vayik Enu Mibitno Yorishenu El. The riches he swallows, he bala, he vomits them, he swallows them, bala vikiana, and he swallows them up. God empties it out of his stomach. Maybe that's from the other side. Rosh Pitanim Yinak Tahargeu Lashon F'eh. He sucks the poison of asp, the tongue of the viper kills him. Al Yera Bif Lagot Nahare Nachale Dvash V'chama. Let him not enjoy the streams, the rivers of honey, the brooks of cream, right? These are all the things that he had as a wealthy person. Honey and cream and right sweet things. He will give back the goods unswallowed, the value of the riches undigested. So he'll get all these things and it will seem fine and he's living the great life and he will never enjoy any of it. It's going to turn into vomit. It's going to turn into poison. Why? Kiritzatz azav dalim bayit gazal velo yivnehu. And why is this all this? Because he crushed and tortured the poor. He will not build up the house he took by force. So right, he took the house, but he won't be able to build it. And I see it, in there, like I think back, it's not necessarily an allusion to it, but I think to the book of Melachim Bet, where we have Achav, through the evil of his wife, getting the field of Navot, the field that he wanted and he offered to pay a good price for, and Navot refused to sell him his ancestral land, and his wife Izevel, that is the wife of Achav, this terrible queen, trumps up false charges on Navot, and he is given the death penalty, and there is Achav to get his land, and he gets it, and he's in the field, and then Eliyahu Hanavi appears, and great phrase he says, Harachatzta v'gam yarashta. Not only did you kill him, but you also had the chutzpah to inherit his land. Yeravam Achav is told, your house will be destroyed. The blood of your family will be lapped up by the dog. So you stole this house. You stole somebody else's ancestral property, which they refused to sell to you because it belonged to them. It was their ancestral property that they got from their father and the grandfather before them and the great-grandfather. So what's going to happen? Your house will not be built up. Your house will be destroyed, is in a sense what's told over there. And there are different things here, different allusions, different stories. That one is one that comes up here. Continuing Pasuk Chav, verse 20. Kilo yada shalev bivitno bechamudo lo yimalet. He will not see his children's tranquility. He will not preserve one of his dear ones. Ein sarila ochlo al kain lo yachil tuvo. With no survivor to enjoy it, his fortune will not prosper. Bimlaot sifko yetzer lo kol yad amel tivo enu. When he has all he wants, trouble will come. Misfortune of all kinds will batter him. And of course, it's terrible to be poor your whole life. It's probably worse to be poor, win the lottery and then see all that disappear and not being able to use it and not being able to enjoy life. And that's what Sofar is saying here to Iyov is, not only is it just a momentary blip where the wicked are joyous, but ultimately the fact that the wicked will be joyous, but they won't really be joyous. They'll become successful, but they won't be able to, that success is not going to bring them joy and happiness. They'll make a healthy living, but that healthy living is going to come around and turn into vomit and turn into their intestines turning badly, and they won't be able to enjoy when finally they feel like they've reached the right a right place in life because of the way that they got. It's all ill-gotten gains. Continuing, we're at verse 23 or 24, I believe. Well, let me read 23. I wasn't sure. Bimlat sifko yetzer lo kol yad amel tivoenu. Tivoenu, yes, when he has all he wants, trouble will come, fortunes will batter him. Yi lemale vitno yishalach bo charon apo v'yamter alemo beli chumo. Let him fill his belly, his beten, right? But then what's going to happen is all of the burning anger is going to come at him from all that he's managed to gain, and rain will rain down upon his weapons. Perhaps allusions to the flood story. Yivrach mi neshech barzel tachlefehu keshet nichusha, fleeing from arrows of iron. He is shot through from a bow of bronze. Shalafiet se mi geva uvarak mim rorato yahaloch alav emim. Brandished and run through his body, the blade through his gall strikes terror into him. Kol choshech tamun litzfunav te'achlehu eish lo nufach yera sarid ba'oalo. Utter darkness awaits him, for his treasure on a fire fanned by no man will consume him. Who survives in his tent will be crushed. Yigalu shamayim avonov eretz mitkomamalo. Heaven will expose his iniquity. Earth will rise up against him. Perhaps going back to when Iyov talked about don't forget, don't let my blood be covered over, let the heavens and the earth know all of this. Here he's saying, right, heaven will expose his iniquity. Iyov, you want to talk about the earth and the heavens knowing your sin? The earth and the heavens will expose your iniquity. Not just the blood won't be forgotten. Yeah, Yigel Yivul Beito Nigarot Biyom Apo, his household will be cast forth by a flood, spilled out on the day of God's wrath. To summarize, this is the wicked man's portion for God. This is the lot. This is the nachala that this man, this wicked man, that is to say, you, my dear friend Iyov, deserves. Don't say that you weren't treated properly. Your wealth has turned into a bitter pill. It is poison. You are full of it. You have many children. Things looked fine, but you were fraudulent. It was ill-gotten gains. And thus, this is the way the world works. Don't complain. Don't say that God was not right. This is how it has to be. You have to suffer for all of the terrible sins that you committed.